More than 1,000 people gathered in New York on Sunday to rally against the proposed building of a mosque near the site of the September 11 attacks. The head of a group called Stop Islamization of America explained why the protesters were upset.
We feel that Ground Zero is a war memorial. It's a burial ground, and it is an offensive mosque, an idea of a mosque, to put it here where thousands of people died, where their remains are here. It's humiliating, it's demeaning.
The proposed mosque would be built 2 blocks away from Ground Zero, but many at the rally said it shouldn't be so close to what they see as a sacred site.
It's a spit in our face. Go build it uptown somewhere. Don't put it here. Of all places, don't put it here. Why do they want to put it here? I think it's just a spit in our face. I think they're laughing at us. I think Al-Qaeda's laughing at us.
Supporters of the mosque say it will foster interreligious dialogue and encourage a moderate interpretation of Islam. The mosque still needs the approval of the Landmarks Preservation Commission, which will decide whether or not the current building at the proposed site should be torn down. Kirsty Bassett, Reuters.
Just 2 weeks before the 9th anniversary of the 9/11 attacks on the World Trade Center, the controversy over plans to construct an Islamic center and mosque near Ground Zero is showing no signs of going away. In fact, the building plans continue to face fierce opposition from groups who consider its location insensitive to families of the nearly 3,000 people killed in the 9/11 attacks by Islamic militants.
3,000 people they get killed by the Muslim people. 3,000 people they get killed by the Muslim people. Don't forget them. Thank you.
If they put the mosque there, I think it's a great loss. It will become the icon. It will become Mecca on the Hudson. It will become the symbol of Islamic conquest on the West.
For many of the estimated 800,000 Muslims who call New York City home, the Islamic Center and Mosque represents the American right to religious freedom.
No, we will not give up our rights. We are as equal, we have the same equal rights as any other American.
I'm a 9/11 family member. A lot regarding that day causes me pain. I can't counter every act of pain because people have rights in this country, and I value that.
Polls have shown at least 60% of Americans are against building the cultural center and mosque so close to Ground Zero. The building's developer has already begun fundraising for the project. John Decker, Reuters.
Despite the protests, a New York City agency Tuesday cleared the way for construction of a Muslim cultural center near the site of the September 11th attacks. The New York City Landmarks Preservation Commission voted unanimously to clear the way for a Muslim center, which would include a mosque. Megan Putney welcomed the ruling.
I personally hope that, in fact, the building of this community center would actually be a way to bridge those of different religions, different cultures, different backgrounds, and so that they can see what really Islam is versus those that took our religion on 9/11 and said that it was Islam.
Others say it is a betrayal of the memory of the victims of the September 11th attacks, which were carried out by the militant Muslim group Al-Qaeda with hijacked passenger planes. Marian Dreyfus opposed the planned building.
We particularly don't need a mosque in this particular area, and traditionally the Muslims have celebrated their conquering of a people or a culture or a religion by building an offensive mosque over the remains of the conquest that they have made.
The American Center for Law and Justice, representing a firefighter who survived the attacks, said it will file a lawsuit on Wednesday, which they hope will stop the building of the mosque. Deborah Luderbeck, Reuters.
Recently, attention's been focused on the construction of mosques in certain communities, particularly New York. Now, we must all recognize and respect the sensitivities surrounding the development of Lower Manhattan. The 9/11 attacks were a deeply traumatic event for our country. And the pain and the experience of suffering by those who lost loved ones is just unimaginable. So I understand the emotions that this issue engenders, and Ground Zero is indeed hallowed ground. But let me be clear. As a citizen and as president, I believe that Muslims have the right to practice their religion as everyone else in this country. And that includes the right to build a place of worship in a community center on private property in Lower Manhattan in accordance with local laws and ordinances. This is America, and our commitment to religious freedom must be unshakable. The principle that people of all faiths are welcome in this country and that they will not be treated differently by their government is essential to who we are. The writ of the founders must endure. Yeah, my intention was to simply let people know what I thought, which was that in this country we treat everybody equally in accordance with the law, regardless of race, regardless of religion. I was not commenting, and I will not comment on the wisdom of making a decision to put a mosque there. I was commenting very specifically on the right that people have that dates back to our founding. That's what our country is about, and I think it's very important that as difficult as some of these issues are, we stay focused on who we are as a people and what our values are all about.
Can you tell us why you spoke out now, Mr.